Hello and welcome to your new Commissioning for Value Focus Packs. I'm Matthew Cripps and I'm National Director of NHS RightCare. This short video will help you to work through the pack, highlighting key points and explaining what the data is showing. This collection of focus packs provides more detailed information for local health economies on the highest volume programmes of care that were covered in your Commissioning for Value Refresh Pack published in January 2016. The focus packs include a range of process and outcome measures and information focusing on the most common procedures and diagnoses for which your patients are being admitted to hospital. These measures span the whole of the pathway from primary prevention through to the end of life and facilitate local optimal pathway design and improvement. Commissioning for Value is part of the RightCare programme and approach. The RightCare approach aims to help local health economies prioritise the programmes of care that offer the best opportunities for local population healthcare improvement. By providing you with data, evidence, tools and practical support around outcomes, quality and spend, RightCare helps you to transform the way care is delivered for your patients and populations and therefore helps you to reduce unwarranted variation. Please take a look at the video, and if you need any more help, then please do contact us via the email address at the end. Thank you very much.
This focus pack provides information on respiratory disease, including chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and asthma. The pack is a real pack, but we've redacted the name of the CCG. We'll make you aware of where we have reduced the amount of slides in the pack for the purpose of this short video. The first 6 pages provide background information on RightCare and Commissioning for Value. Page 7 provides information on the similar CCGs that are used as the basis for comparisons in this pack. These CCGs are selected based on demographic factors such as deprivation and age of the CCG population. The Pathways on a Page section of the pack begins on page 10 and repeats the Pathways on a Page charts that were included in the Commissioning for Value packs published in January. For the purpose of this video, we are only showing the COPD pathway on page 10. The full range of pages are in your packs. This chart presents a range of indicators from across the patient pathway. Bars above the 0% line mean that the CCG value is higher than the average value of the 10 similar CCGs. For some indicators, a high value is good. For some, a high value is bad, and for some, it is not clear-cut. For this CCG, the reported to estimated prevalence percentage is lower than similar CCGs. This is shaded red, because it means that GPs are detecting and recording fewer patients with COPD than we would expect based on the population characteristics of the CCG. The CCG has a higher spend on primary care prescribing. This is shaded blue because local interpretation is required. A high value may indicate inefficient prescribing, or it could mean that GPs are managing their patients well and high prescribing is preventing hospital admissions and leading to better outcomes. Non-elective admission rates and mortality rates are shaded red because high values are clearly bad, but please note the wide confidence intervals on these indicators, which means it is not possible to say whether the CCG is statistically significantly worse than similar CCGs. This page shows all respiratory spend, not just COPD and asthma. This shows age-sex weighted spend per 1,000 population for the CCG and the average of the lowest spending 5 CCGs of the similar 10. Note that this is a different comparison to the pathway on a page, which compared the CCG to the average of all 10 similar CCGs. So this CCG could save over £1.3 million if it moved down to the level of the 5 lowest spending similar CCGs. Although the majority of this CCG spend is non-elective, the bigger potential opportunity is for elective admissions. The The CCG has a potential opportunity of £744,000 because it currently spends more than double the rate of the lowest spending CCGs for elective admissions. Please note that elective admissions are considered to need local interpretation in a similar way to primary care prescribing, so a high value should not automatically be considered to be bad. The next set of pages show the breakdown of this spend in more detail. Page 15 shows the CCG spends £250,000 more on elective admissions for chronic lower respiratory problems than the lowest 5 similar CCGs. This page shows the equivalent figure for non-elective admissions is £341,000. Page 20 is an example slide of information on length of stay and day cases. The full range of pages is in your pack. This next page shows information on expenditure on drugs prescribed in primary care for COPD and asthma. The CCG spends £325,000 more than the lowest spending 5 CCGs on COPD drugs. But, as explained for the pathway on a page, this requires local interpretation to determine whether this represents an opportunity. This page breaks this down by individual drugs. The CCG spends £399,000 more than the lowest 5 on Symbicort alone. This page is an example of a slide showing information on common procedures performed during hospital admissions for COPD and asthma. Page 45 is an example of the spine charts providing information on risk factors, prevalence, activity, spend and outcomes. Page 45 includes the spend indicators. The spine chart shows the values for the CCG for each indicator, and the yellow dot shows where this falls in the distribution of all CCGs in England. That's the white space in the chart. The light blue bar shows the range of values for the similar 10 CCGs. The second indicator down is elective spend for all respiratory admissions. The yellow dot is to the left of the similar 10 bar because the CCG has higher elective spend than all the similar CCGs. The best lowest 5 opportunity box shows the opportunity figure of £744,000 seen on page 13 that the CCG could achieve if it could improve to the level of the lowest spending 5 similar CCGs, and this is shaded blue for local interpretation. The indicator below is non-elective spend for all respiratory admissions. Here the yellow dot is in the middle of the range of the similar 10. The blue diamond shows the level of the best 5 CCGs, i.e. those with the lowest spend on non-elective admissions. The best lowest 5 opportunity box includes the figure of £646,000 from page 13, and this is shaded red. The similar 10 box names Newark and Sherwood as the best in the similar 10. And the green triangle shows the value of the best CCG in the wider cluster. That's included as a stretch target for those CCGs who are already performing well. The darker blue bar to the left of the yellow dot shows the worst performing 2 CCGs in the similar 10. These features are not included for the elective admissions indicator because this needs local interpretation, so it would not be right to name best and worst CCGs. This is an example of a slide showing more detailed information for all indicators that may be red or green. The full range of slides showing information for all indicators that may be red or green is in your pack. This page shows the non-elective spend indicator already discussed. The value of £646,000 is repeated again on the title line and is shaded red. The top bar chart shows all CCGs in England, with the CCG bar in yellow and the similar 10 shaded grey. The bottom chart shows just the CCG and the similar 10. The horizontal blue line is the level of the best 5, which is where the CCG would need to move to in order to save that £646,000 a year. This page now shows a similar chart for the percentage of deaths that occur at home. The CCG value is 18.7%, lower than all the similar 10 CCGs. The average of the best 5 is 23%. So if the CCG could improve to this level, an extra 70 patients would die in their own home rather than in hospital. The length of this video means that we are unable to go into full details about all the elements in this pack, but page 82 shows how to get further support if you require assistance interpreting these packs. This includes a link to the website where the data used in the packs, a metadata file, and an interactive tool will be placed. Thank you.